All right, we're live.
We are live.
Okay, so Eric, I think I was looking back, it's been exactly a week. Tell me about your week.
My week has been week's been fine. It's been shoddy with the rain. I got drenched yesterday. Like literally soaked. Like my entire shirt was absolutely drenched, my pants drenched. I was low key worried about my chair like getting like fucked up in the rain, but
Waterlogged.
luckily she survived. Yeah, it's been a good week. How about you?
It's been good. It's been active. I've been going out and being social
Yep.
and been working out and I've been getting out on my bike,
Getting those gains.
getting those gains. Exactly.
Nice. How's the bike ride today? You were on the highway.
Yep. Yeah, it was good. It's about 30K to here and it took me about an hour. Yeah, here, let me do a double check on that. I think,
That would make sense.
oh no, not even, 22K here. Took me about an hour, or just under an hour, about 50 minutes.
Okay.
And yeah, it was actually a really nice bike ride. I was telling you before we recorded that I've always been scared of that highway because I'm staying at my parents' place and they live out in the country or towards Bragg Creek.
Yeah.
And so I have to take Highway 8 in. And growing up, I've always driven that highway, and I see people making dicey turns and dicey passes, and not so much now, but when I was younger, people would get hit and there'd be head-on collisions, and bikers would always, or cyclists would always get hit.
That Highway 8 was treacherous.
Yeah, very
for a while
dangerous.
there.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Infamously known. So, well, what's it like now since the ring road?
I
Does
think
it get out there? Not quite.
I think there's more traffic, to be honest, but at the same time, I don't know, it feels like I don't know if it's anecdotal or I haven't really looked into it, but it feels, maybe I'm just more experienced with it now, so it
Yeah.
feels safer. But I was saying earlier that the shoulders are a lot wider than I expected. I went for another bike ride yesterday out by Cochrane, and we were on some of the high, like some busier roads, and the shoulders were barely anything. Whereas this one, Highway 8 is a busy highway, but the shoulders were really, really wide, and even the narrower sections were quite wide as well too. So I felt, obviously not super. It's nothing like just driving on a bike path,
Yeah.
but in terms of highway driving or road driving, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was nice. And then I came here, we're gonna do the podcast, and then I'm biking back, gonna bike back, and then I going to go play golf later today.
Nice. Where
My
you going to
known
go?
name. Links Ridge, which
Good
is
course.
which is up by kind of Tuscany, Bear's Paw area.
North.
Yeah, yeah. So
That'll be cool. How's your swing been these days?
pretty good. I went with my parents on Sunday, which was
Nice.
pretty fun, and I played pretty brutal, but I did get a par one hole, so I was
Not
pretty excited about that. And then the other day, I had a birdie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
Oh, what?
I still shot plus 100 each time that out.
But there was a birdie.
But there was a birdie in there, and there was a par mixed in there, so I count that as a win.
Just gotta improve on that a little bit.
Exactly.
A few more of those.
Exactly.
Then you'll be looking good.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, so that's been pretty good. And then last Wednesday, I went and played. It was either Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember now, but I went and played pickleball
Oh yeah.
with my cousin, and then I invited I invited two of my cousins, but then my one cousin came with her husband and I guess her kid, but I booked it at the Hillhurst Community Center, like for a pickleball court, but then the person booked me in for a squash court, not a pickleball
Oh
court.
wow.
and my cousin brought her dog. And so obviously the dog couldn't go inside, so she just went for a walk. But I played with my other cousin and my cousin's husband and her kid. We all played squash and then some ping pong. And then eventually a pickleball court opened up. So then we played pickleball afterwards. But my cousin had just went home. So
a lot of racket sports in one day.
A lot of racket sports in one day, which I don't mind. I freaking love racket sports. It's probably one of my favorite.
They're really fun. Do you remember? Other people probably, our listeners will probably have had a similar experience, but we used to have that ping pong table at CA in grade 9, I think it was.
Yeah.
In one of our teachers' homerooms, and we would just play in lunch hour.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was super fun.
And it would get really competitive.
Oh yeah, it gets super heated. Yeah, I freaking love ping pong.
Ping pong's a great game.
Yeah, so that was a good one to play. Yeah. We gotta get you with a racket sport. I know you like hitting the
I like
baseball,
hitting the baseball.
The wiffle ball. Yeah, wiffle ball, baseball kind of
Yeah.
situation.
Ping pong.
I was thinking that might
probably be the easiest of all racket sports. For me to give a go at.
Yeah.
Because it's.
Maybe that could be like a goal for us this year, is finding like a sport to play, or like that. Maybe like we could play against each other. Like add like a little bit of that competitive mix in.
I'd like that.
Yeah.
Sports are, it's very. Yeah, I have a weird relationship with sports, but I do really enjoy it. It's more just like a personal battle, I guess. But I would like to try more things.
Yeah, because
it's just, as long as you're not too far out of my comfort zone, then I think I'm good to give everything really.
Yeah, I feel like there's opportunity to experiment with some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that like that for me, like once you get that little competitive edge to the sport,
fires,
all of like the physical part of it, it kind of like it's not like working out anymore. No. It's like it's fun.
It's an activity.
It's an activity.
Not to say that working out's not.
Yeah, but you're focused in on
self-disciplined one.
Yeah.
Versus like an engaging 1v1 battle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like this social. It's a very social activity.
A sport that I don't really consider a sport that I've been playing quite a lot. Chess.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's more of a game in my mind, but I find that chess is very, very good for me. I find it very fun. I get maybe a little too heated, but I find it therapeutic too. Like just taking the time, playing a few games. Because I have chess.com, and I just play the 10-minute games, and I have my rank. I keep trying to build that up, falls back down, and build it back up.
Nice.
Which has been fun, but obviously chess is a lot different than ping pong or any other sort of physically driven sport.
Yeah.
But all the same, still fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you played like the? That'd probably actually be kind of fun if. I'm just thinking like you get in a big field, and like do like a human chessboard. Like I'm thinking of like remember like the first Harry Potter?
Yes.
And they have like the life-size chess pieces.
Harry Potter, the Sorcerer's Stone.
No, I think it is the Sorcerer's Stone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first one, and then they have like the life-size pieces, but they just like verbally call it out, and then the pieces move.
Yeah.
To the part. I feel like that'd be kind of fun. Is like, and then it's like we're the chess pieces.
Yeah.
And then it's like we could play like you could take turns, like kind of like you go like up, and then you like see people there.
That would be cool.
So, yeah, let us know if you'd like to be part of our human size chess game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, send us a DM or give me a call.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just find it it's a really good game. It's old.
Oh yeah.
Like chess is super old. I was doing a little deep dive on it on ChatGPT. I can't remember how old it is. It's probably the one thing I should remember. But it goes back to, I think it was invented in like China.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the history on it. I do know that I think it competes. I think Go, like the Japanese game. It's kind of like a chess. Not it's like chess, like where it's a strategy game, but it's just like those little tile. They look like little chocolate covered almonds or whatever, and then you place that on the board.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to play it, but I think that one's older, but I'm not sure. But both are old. Both are old.
How old is chess and where did it originate from?
Yeah, for the listener, we're just looking up how old chess is right now.
Chess is about 1,500 years old and it originated in, any guesses? It's not China.
Macedonia.
India.
Interesting.
That's interesting. Okay. By the 15th century, the game evolved into something close to the modern chess in Europe, with rules like the queen's and the bishop's powerful movements. The standardized rules we know today were finalized in the 19th century, when competitive chess also began to take shape. Interesting.
Interesting indeed. Oh, actually, I was thinking about this. Tomorrow,
Shoot.
you can let me know, but I'm going to play pickleball with my cousin Eli at Hillhurst Community Center again.
Okay.
So it's on the other side of the river, just.
Yep.
So let me know if you want to come. Either you can watch, like just to watch or hang out.
What time?
8 p.m.
Wednesday. I'm game.
All right. So
Oh yeah.
nice.
I haven't seen Eli in a long time.
Yeah, so it'd be good to. I thought it'd be good just to hang out.
Yeah.
I invited a couple other people. We'll see if they show up or not. But
Pickleball tourney.
yeah, it'll be fun. Bring a hat,
Oh yeah.
because it was sunny. Like it still is sunny till kind of pretty late. So yeah, I'll bring sunscreen as well
I'll
too.
bring a good old
I've been ripping sunscreen.
protection.
Yeah.
But yeah, what else has the week or have in store for you or had?
I've been working with my grandpa on. He's got like these old files going back to the 1950s, like old files, photos, documents, all this other stuff. So I did it with my my other grandparents, my dad's parents, where I digitized a lot of old like home videos
Yeah.
for them. So I'm in the midst of figuring out how to, or doing that for my other grandparents. The problem, like a lot of stuff has been digitized.
Is that difficult?
It's
Probably
not.
the scale of it would be.
Yeah, it's more the scale of like this set of grandparents has a lot more stuff than the other ones. The other ones I just used a service, and it was like two, not giant Tupperwares, but like medium-sized Tupperwares of like old film and stuff.
Okay.
And that was it was $600 to get that all digitized and put on.
Oh.
So it was expensive, but it was like it's also worth it because you get to see like in there was my nonu and nonna's wedding film, and all of these other like found footage stuff that was really
timeless and priceless.
Yeah. So, but still kind of expensive. And then for this grandparent, there's a lot more stuff, and then there's a lot more like documents and files as well too. Rather than just like photos.
Do you think? Well, I should say, what do you think? Like when you go through all that stuff, like what goes through your head and stuff.
Oh, it's I
like the family stuff and I guess the business related stuff.
Yeah, I find it really cool. Like, I don't know. I find that I heard this quote, and I think like when the I'm gonna butcher it, but it's kind of like when the present doesn't make sense, men look to the past to. It's like thread. It's like history threads a needle from the past, or I don't know. It's something like that where it's like history kind of gives you some, I don't know, helps you make sense of what's going on right now.
What was the quote at the beginning?
It's something like history is a thread that gives meaning. It's something along those lines. So
History is a thread, quote, something like that.
yeah, so I find that really cool because it kind of just informs. It kind of informs me who my grandpa was, or kind of how he dealt with stuff,
Yeah.
which influenced how my parents deal with stuff and their family, which obviously impacts how I deal with stuff and look at things. Oh, you found the
I
quote?
think I might have found the quote. History is a thread that connects the past to the present.
That's the one.
Well, that's interesting. Okay, I like that. Yeah, so for the listeners, I've been using ChatGPT for every daily thing I run into that I don't know the answer to. But yeah, that's a good quote. And God, it's cool that you're able to find stuff like that.
Yeah, it's super helpful. I think it's a very handy tool.
Yeah.
Okay, question is, because I've heard there's obviously conflicting things on this. One is that ChatGPT, it makes you like, but I feel like this was probably like the same for like the internet as well too. When people was just like, oh, you don't even have to go to the library now anymore. It's like, you're losing these valuables. You're not grasping the meaning of the Dewey Decimal System in order to look up stuff on the library. Where it's like that system's totally obsolete. So I don't know. I've been seeing stuff online where it's just like, oh, like ChatGPT, it makes you lazy and your things. But I would say there's like maybe an element of that, but also it's like there's an element of like you're just like stuck. You're spending less time stuck on really kind of like not a really meaningful problem.
Yeah.
And just lets you kind of get on with your day.
Exactly. And I don't know. And then there's the other side to that, because I saw this meme, and it was like this doctor performing surgery, and he got to a part where he's stuck, and he's like, okay, wait 1 second, I gotta ask ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And it's like, obviously that's a bit of hyperbole there.
I bet it's happened.
But yeah,
I'd put money on that it's happened.
It's like, wait, I don't know this. I gotta ask Chat. Because, and now, like I was thinking about this, like in high school nowadays, how in the hell are teachers able to grade like a paper for, like, because it's not like every single document that or project or assignment that they have to grade is watermarked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and obviously I can imagine they can tell.
Yeah.
If it's, but I would imagine a lot of the time they can't.
So
well.
I was thinking about this, and honestly, I'm kind of excited. What it's going to force is that if you're a bad teacher, you no longer have to be a teacher, or you're no longer going to get to be a teacher. Mm-hmm. And I think what's going to happen is that every person has the ability to have like a super expert tutor to ask questions to and to ask like steps along the way. And so obviously I think will be a huge problem is like the grading aspect of it. I think that's going to be a super tough problem to solve. However, if you look at the underlying, it's like giving someone an education and giving someone individualized like tutoring and it's kind of like for hospital, they call it individualized care, but it's kind of like individualized learning.
Yeah.
And then you're going to bring, I think, so you're going to have this grading problem, but of all the people who are not getting serviced and not getting good education, you're going to bring a ton of those people into the world of actually getting a meaningful education. And it might not be like I don't know, like a diploma or a college degree or something. It might look different than that, but like actually knowing the shit and being able to do what, and be able to do the things that the person's teaching them. I think that will be happen. It's just, I think it will be very hard it's going to be very difficult to actually pinpoint. It's like, okay, this person has this pedigree, but it's like, I think it will actually become more meritocratic than it is right now.
Yeah.
However, I do think there will be intense growing pains, and it will be
for sure, especially for teachers of the previous generation.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think that would be like AI for everything. Like even right now, it's like it'll be. I don't know. I think I don't know. I feel like I'm feeling it where it's like there's existential dread about like getting jobs. Like I feel that. I think lots of people like getting and maintaining a job. Like, what is the future of like, what does a good job even mean anymore? Like, is even like the people who have good jobs is that safe? Like, what is this job security
What does
thing?
that look like?
Yeah, what is this whole idea of job security? What does that even look like? And I'm relatively coming from a place of privilege because I'm living with my parents, and I have a roof over my health, a roof over myself, and a bed to sleep in at the moment. But then it's like, but even still, it's just like, okay, for how long? And then it's just like, and I think to some certain extent, I think if you have less, and like you have paycheck by paycheck, or like things aren't, you don't have, I guess like access to the means to like support yourself. That conversation is happening inside yourself loudly and right now,
and 24/7.
And 24/7. And then if you have, but like no matter in the socioeconomic stratification of what's happening, that's happening to everyone. And then I think if you're actually the further you go up, obviously that question's becoming less and less, and it shifts from more like, oh shit, am I going to have job security, to as you go up, I think in the socioeconomic ladder, then it goes into like, okay, how do I use AI to automate everything so I don't have to pay for anything, and I can just have capital appreciation, so I can get more and more wealthy. And then as you go further down, it's more like, oh fuck, like how do I compete? So I don't know. I see it from those two angles, and I don't know. I think there's lots of things where I'm just like, okay, it's like I think a lot AI will do some good stuff for economic stratification, where it's like it will help a lot of people do stuff, but like right now, like I think like actual physical labor is probably, like, at least for the next like 5 years, is probably safe. And then there's just like all these structural things. I think there will always be white collar jobs, because at the end of the day, that's like where most of the power is, and
comes from.
where most, well, it's not even like, I guess like most of the money comes, or most of the money comes from, or where it's mostly accumulated, like where that's where it is. So that will probably like work to kind of entrench itself, but then it's like, then it will become, I don't know. There's a lot of pressures from different stuff. I think at the moment the social contract of what we're experiencing is being rewritten, and I don't know what in real time, and I don't know what that means. But it's kind of scary. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to, I guess like my head, I guess hedges, but also like investments that I'm making are having real relationships with people, because I think actual genuine relationships with people, I think, are a buffer to hard times. I think getting out there and active and staying social, I think, is another buffer to hard times, and it's good for your brain. And because I think if you fall into despair, then life just sucks. And then you die. You're gonna die no matter what. Whether you're happy or sad, you're gonna die either way. So why not choose happy? And that's obviously that's a simplification, but that's what I'm trying to do.
Me and my brother John were looking at some funny memes, and I don't know how he got on this point, but he's like, yeah, life's tough, man. I'm like, my response is, life is suffering. And there are a ton of quotes about, life and the purpose and meaning and how it all comes together. And we saw one quote, Google it later or chat it later, but it was something to the extent of, be grateful for here and now, because in the future and there and then aren't, like, then is obviously certain. Like, I really wish I remembered the quote, but it was something to the effect of like, then is unknown, and you can write the pages of the next pages, and where you're up to and what's happened is like, it doesn't have to define you. Something along those lines. It's like, yes, it happened, yes, it's there, but like the future and now is now, for a better I'm kind of butchering this, but
It's like Master Oogway from
Yes.
Kung Fu Panda.
we've literally been on a Kung Fu Panda marathon.
Yeah, I think I remember the quote. It's
Run
history. Oh no, the past is history, the future a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why they call it the present.
Oh, that goes hard.
Goes very hard.
That's a good quote.
Thank you, Master Oogway from Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, thank you, Master Uguay.
So yeah, I think that's a
I
big
feel like
one.
Poe
A big one
would
for
be
me
fun.
right now because like yeah, for the future I very much. What I'm certain of is that it's uncertain.
There's a bit of peace you can take from that, hey?
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's nothing imminently like I was gonna say, like you don't know something is for sure gonna happen, but you also don't know for sure something won't happen.
Mm-hmm.
So just take solace in the fact that you don't know.
Yeah.
There's nice knowing the unknowing.
Yeah, and you can control what you do today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%. Like here is
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Obviously, that's easier said than done, but
very existential and philosophical questions here, but that's all right.
yeah.
I've been thinking a lot about like what does it mean to like have an effect on someone and like to have an effect on life. Like what does that look like for? And it's different for everyone, obviously, but in this instance, I'm thinking about myself. It's like how do you? And what I've kind of come to the conclusion of, in purpose, like a lot of people have been like, oh, you're working, that's good, and yes, I have a job right now, which is awesome, but I don't derive a ton of meaning and contribute. Like obviously, it's nice to contribute to something bigger than yourself, obviously, and for a lot of people, that is like a big thing behind purpose and meaning. But I find it in just my connection with the people in my life and like being able to spend time and enjoy moments and make moments and memories. Like that's where I get it from. And that's kind of something I've taken a lot of comfort in lately, at least. It's been, yeah, I don't know. Nothing crazy's happened lately either. Well, I mean, everything is always crazy, but nothing super dramatic has happened in my life to incite this. It's more so just a personal growth moment I've been having, I guess. Yeah, I'm sorry, dropping a bomb on you.
No, I think it's powerful, and I think that's
something
it's
a lot
true.
of people are struggling with nowadays. Is kind of how do I mean, when people aren't thinking about how to make money, how to get further in life, how to be comfortable and protected and secure.
Mm-hmm.
Those are questions that come up, I think, for a lot of people. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Kung Fu Panda is so wise. It's making me think here.
I watched. This is a hard pivot, but I watched Happy Gilmore 2 the other day. What'd you think?
I thought it was entertaining.
That's a great way of putting it. Yeah,
Yeah.
horrible movie, but it was all the cameos and stuff.
It was fun.
It was a fun movie.
and
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. Yes, like from a critical point of view, I thought
Brutal movie.
the writing could have been a bit better. The big issue I had off the bat was killing the wife. Sorry, spoilers. Immediately. And I was like, if they did that halfway through the movie, I thought it would have made for a much more emotional, impactful moment.
I think they do that sometimes because of
Not
schedule.
that we should be looking for critical darlings in Happy Gilmore, but just a thought I had.
I think they do that sometimes because of scheduling errors. I think especially for
That would
movies
make
like that,
sense.
I don't think they're not paying. I bet. This is my hypothesis. I could be way off. But I think it's a scheduling error. I was looking into that. I can't remember the actress's name, but she's done, because a lot of them were like the same actors from. When did the first Happy Gilmore come out? Do you know?
1991.
96, the year of our birth.
96.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And so a lot of the same actors. So that's 30 years,
Pretty much, yeah.
and a lot of a lot happens in 30 years. So one, and especially for actors, kind of as your career progresses, and especially I think that's kind of it's an expensive endeavor to, especially if that person's become a star.
Yeah.
It becomes expensive to put them back into your movie. So, I don't know, not necessarily it's a budgeting thing, but I do think it's like, hey, can you do this? And then I bet most people in that are like, hell yeah, I want to be in Happy Gilmore too.
Mm-hmm.
So not necessarily a budgeting thing, but it's not a non-priority. So it's like if that person books something that they're going to get paid money for or more money for, they're going to do that, and then that becomes like I'm available these days to do this, but
Yeah.
if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So sometimes I think that's what I bet happened in that case, where it's like scheduling thing.
That would make a lot of sense. I forget her name. She was in Modern Family.
Mm-hmm.
The wife.
Yeah.
She's
Claire from Modern
Claire
Family.
from Modern Family. Yeah, it's interesting. I'd love to be a fly on the wall in those like negotiations, and at least in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Because to reference my life, my dad was an oil and gas guy.
Yeah.
So I've heard stories of what negotiations look like in a boardroom. But obviously Hollywood and LA, it's a different world and a different industry. So yeah, I don't know, I just think it'd be interesting and really cool to hear what those are like.
Yeah.
Me and John, we watched this movie called The Great Wall last night with Matt Damon and Pedro Pascal. It's from 2016.
Is that the Great Wall of China?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember watching.
Do you know a lot about that movie?
I remember from that time being like, because that was like when a lot of this. One, I think that was like the heat of Me Too.
Yeah.
But also there was a lot of stuff about what are they? Not whitewashing, but what are they, like white casting, where it's like they take like a character who'd be like non-white, but then they put a white guy in to play the main character. And I remember that was like a big conversation, and then this movie came out, and it was like a great chat, like about the Great Wall of China, and then you have Matt Damon as the lead. Yeah.
It's wild too, because it was completely made in China.
Okay.
And it's a Chinese, Universal's the big studio attached to it, but it's a Chinese studio that, they filmed it, they produced it, and a ton of A-list Chinese actors are in that movie actually. So, because there's like three big Western, I think there's only three. It's Willem Dafoe, Pedro Pascal, and Matt Damon. And it's interesting, I was thinking about this, because, okay, so you watch something in, let's say, anime, for example. I don't watch a ton of anime. I was wondering if there's because obviously you and I speaking English, we can detect tone and what that is like and how that influences what you're actually saying.
Yeah.
Versus if you're watching something in Chinese or Japanese, which is the case with anime, it's like I don't know how to detect
the tonal
tonal language all the time. Like sometimes you can.
Or like the subtleties of the language.
Yeah, exactly. And I was wondering if that affects someone performing in their second language. Because obviously in this Great Wall movie, they perform in Chinese and English. They speak. And it goes back and forth. It's about 50-50 split, I would say. But I wonder if how that would affect someone like a Chinese actors performing in English versus when they're speaking their own language. How? Because obviously you can know.
Yeah.
It was a weird thought, but I was like, yeah.
That would be kind of interesting to see. I'm sure it does play a role. And the thing that I'm thinking, just as we're talking about this too, is that I think, and I might be dead wrong, so in the audience, if you know,
yeah, please correct us.
But I think the white casting thing bugs people in the West more than anywhere else.
100%.
Yeah. And
They were stoked when they landed Matt Damon.
yeah, and especially because I think because like if you think about it, it's like that movie was maybe made for a Western market, but it was also definitely made for a Chinese market.
Yeah.
And that I think changes things big time. And I think again, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I would think, and it sounds like from what I've heard about that is like usually the Chinese market loves having like a celebrity, like a big name celebrity in a movie, like a made for China
100%.
market movie. So
With my favorite movie of all time, The Dark Knight, there's this Batman essentially kidnaps the Chinese guy I think he's in Hong Kong.
Oh yeah, Hong Kong or Singapore, one of the two.
He was
in
in
Hong Kong,
China for sure.
Yeah. I remember the scene. Yeah.
But superhero movies have a huge market in Asia, especially China.
Yeah.
So when that movie came out, Christopher Nolan actually had to change the plot of that scene. So instead of him kidnapping a Chinese national, I actually don't know what the alternative version was, but they had to change it for the Chinese audiences. So
I know that
in China,
happened.
it was a different kind of release. And with Iron Man, I want to say 3, there's a scene that, not the international release, but the Eastern one.
Yeah.
There's a scene where Tony Stark has to go to China to get a special surgery to remove his arc reactor from his chest.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure that's the story I've heard. I could be wrong about that. I would be very embarrassing. But I'm pretty sure I've heard that.
Interesting.
Yeah. So there's always Hollywood has to make adjustments for based on this and that. But yeah, to go back to it, they were very excited when they got Matt Damon in.
Yeah. So
they're all those weird. Like I'm gonna see how it did at the box office actually.
Yeah. Because I think especially for like the studios, typically I think an American studio is a lot like their allies lie or their allegiances lie to who pays.
100%.
Yeah. Whereas I think if you have like definitely for American studios, it's who pays. But I don't know. At the same time, you have like, unless, you kind of have like the woke stuff a little bit in. But I guess I don't even know I don't know where that comes from anymore. I guess that's like just like I don't know. I'd be speaking out of turn. Because like a lot of like the Disney movies, you'll have more non-white characters taking leading roles.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, actually, I've noticed not really. Like there's like a lot of movies where I've noticed where it's just like it's kind of like they put a non-white character in maybe like a traditionally like white guy role, but then they just like kind of like pretend that nothing's changed. Yeah. Whereas like I feel like you could like have a non-white character like lean into it, and I think there are instances where they've done that, where they've leaned in to that person's either like race, ethnicity, culture, or whatever, and kind of explore that. And I think they have done that, but I've noticed that they also just like there is a lot of just like putting non-white person in, and then it's like, okay, this is all hunky dory. And then as well too is like when they flash, the weird ones are like when they flash back, and then it's like you have like a non-white character in a traditionally white role, and then it's like in the flashback, then there's like, okay, there's mysteriously no racism in the past. It's like it's just like, why wouldn't you? And I guess it's probably one is I guess it's like a nuanced thing, and then two, it's like I guess that's a hard story to tell if you're in the middle of telling another story.
Like 100%. Like Hollywood they can do a clunky job at it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it when they actually do it and do it well.
Yes,
for-
I'm totally,
yeah.
I'm totally with it if they do it well.
Exactly. Like, for
You
example,
immediately, and then
Yeah,
that's like
no,
the
go
thing
ahead.
too. If it's not done well, where it's seamless, it's the first thing that you point to where like this movie sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like it could be different reasons why the movie sucks, but that's like the main thing where it's just like if they didn't do it right, it's like, well, this is I'm not gonna watch the rest of this.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah. And then, oh right, the one thing that kind of it doesn't bug me, but it is like you can tell like it's like artificially put in is where it's like if you look at the movie landscape of like the past 10 years of movies that have come out, a quarter to 50% of the people are gay, like of the characters are gay. It's like that's fine, but it's just like why is it so much? And then sometimes they like go out of their way to be like, okay, this is like there's like it doesn't really matter what this person's sexuality is or what's going on with them, but then it's just like, okay, let's introduce, okay, it's a guy, they have a boyfriend, or it's a girl, they have a girlfriend, or they have a wife, and it's just like, I guess it's like, you can tell it's kind of like and like I said, if it's done well, and if it makes sense to the story, do it, 100%, awesome. But then it's like, when it's like manufactured, where it's just like, it's like you can tell it was kind of like written in, like after the script, it was like a post-edit.
Like you said, like if there's a character and they have a ethnic, racial, sexual preference that isn't, I don't want to say the norm, but isn't like if it's written in due to that fact and that alone, I think that's an issue. But if it like contributes to the story or just it's a character trait, that's totally fine. Like the movie Tenet, for example. Now, people can say what they want about Tenet, the quality of the film, if it's too confusing, too convoluted,
Great
whatever.
movie, soundtrack.
You didn't like it?
I don't know if it's because like I didn't watch it in theaters, but even then I did watch it in like a home theater. Like I was at my girlfriend's parents' place, and it was a home theater environment in the basement, a nice thing. But the soundtrack
Was
is
it
still
the audio or the soundtrack?
the audio.
Okay, the audio. Okay,
Yeah.
so there were issues with the sounding.
Yeah, that was my only problem with
They
the
have
movie.
since like the volume that people are talking versus
Yeah,
music.
that was my.
That wasn't legit like issue the film had upon its release.
Okay.
They have since addressed it in the home release.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do understand that.
Sorry, I cut you off.
But more so, yes, absolutely. I was more referencing the fact. So the main character, his name is the protagonist. Well, it's not his name.
Oh, they
it's
don't
just
name
what
him.
Call him. They don't name him, and he's played by John David Washington, who is Denzel Washington's son, which I think is super cool. That not a lot of people actually know.
I didn't know that was the relation.
Yeah. He. Oh wow, voice crack of the century there. He is a black guy. And they don't mention it once, and I think it's like that's how it should be, right? Because it's the quality of the person and the quality of the character and his performance that matters, right?
Yeah.
Like I think it's super cool that he was cast in that role because he's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
But they don't mention it once throughout the entire movie, and it's Christopher Nolan, so he's gonna do it elegantly.
Yeah.
He does it in a respectful way too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought that was really cool, and how they did it was super cool.
Yeah.
And I like that movie regardless of what people say. I think it's fun upon rewatch. You can just pick out more, because it is a complicated movie.
Yeah.
But the more you watch it, I feel like the more you start to kind of grasp the concepts
What was going
that
on?
they propose in that. But yeah, anyways, I think, and then obviously, so that would be an example of Hollywood doing it right, in my opinion, versus when you have an overt attempt to try and draw the viewer's attention to like a political or social issue versus like the actual thing you're watching.
Yeah.
That's when I have.
Even if they draw attention to the political or social thing, if it is, I am okay with that if it adds to the story.
100 exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The only problem I have is that when it kind of like, okay, movie's going along, cut, okay, we have these extra scenes in here that don't add anything to the story.
I completely agree.
Then we continue on like nothing happened.
It's like,
It's
like a Pepsi ad during the middle of a movie.
yeah, like the who was it? Was it Ken?
Are you thinking Transformers?
No,
All the product placement.
No, I was thinking of remember like there was like the riot and it was I think it was Kendall Jenner or one of the Kardashians
Yes.
and it's like and then she's like
She holds
Pepsi.
up oh my god, that was the worst marketing campaign I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like how tone deaf do you have to be? Like it's like during the middle was it it wasn't the Black Lives.
It could have been. It could have been. It was kind of around that period where it was either BLM or because there was what was it? There was like the BLM one was a big one, but then that was that Trump's first term?
That would have been.
I think
that was 2020.
2020. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you have like kind of COVID happening as well. Yeah. You just had like peak chaos.
Yeah.
But then it was strange times. Oh, well, you saw Eddington, right?
I did.
Okay, no spoiler. I haven't seen it yet. I really want to.
Spoiler.
That's on my.
See, I found that movie, I think it's really split the viewers because a lot of people love it, but a ton of people don't like it as well, which I think makes sense based on
given the content.
Yeah, the content and like the tone of the actual film. I thought it was a very, I want to say sobering take on like ourselves and where we are as like a society in terms of political discourse, like social commentary, and like conspiratorial ideas, stuff like that. Just kind of and COVID.
Yeah.
Because it's set during during the peak of COVID, so I think that was a really cool thing to see on a movie because it's like okay, for example, whether it be the conspiracy stuff and people are talking about it all the time nowadays.
Yeah.
But how often do you actually engage with someone about that, or if you do it like very often, it's like I'm not alone in this. Like people are having these conversations, and arguments a lot of the time with whether it be family members, friends, people you know, your neighbor, whoever.
Yeah.
I thought it was a cool movie.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it. It makes me think like the whole thing with like COVID, the lockdowns. Yeah. And it's like whether you're whether that's what you wanted or not wanted. What it made me like think about was remember like the genocide in Rwanda?
Yes. What's that? There was a movie we had to watch about that, wasn't there?
I think it was called Hotel Rwanda.
Yeah, bingo.
It made me think of like how actually scary that would be. Like if you're like okay, so for this example, right? It's like over the radio, over everything in the Rwandan during COVID, it was like okay. Like this is the message from the government. This is like okay, stay inside, don't go outside, right? And then you have people who obey it and disobey it, right?
Yeah.
But then imagine if it's like imagine that like same thing. You're seeing it on your social media, you're seeing it on the radio, you're seeing it from everywhere. It's the government telling people to kill other people, and it's like or turn them in or turn them in, and because that was like a big thing too. It was like if you see something, it's like the see something, say something kind of thing where it's just like, it's like, like turn on your neighbor. And it's like, okay, my neighbor's not social distancing. Yeah. And then I think during COVID they did there was, I think like oversteps where they would like go and like, I think give people tickets or whatever, or they'd go to like people's houses, but they'd like issue warnings. I'm sure there was people arrested for it.
100%.
I don't think I would. Yeah, but that's like the. I don't know. This would just it makes me
fines at one point as well.
Yeah, they were issuing fines. Yeah. That's what I meant by tickets.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, so that's, I don't know, it just like makes me think of that as just like, oh, that's like, one, it's not very far away, it's not very many steps removed,
No.
and then two, it's like, oh yeah, this is actually, that's terrifying. That's like really scary.
It's legit. Definitely something that would freak someone out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think I don't know where the future is headed in terms of, the political landscape.
Yeah, I hope it's not there again.
Yeah.
Knock wood.
Knock on wood is right. I don't know, because, like, I was sitting down with a friend a while ago, and this was, I think, in 2021, and we were talking about COVID and how it's affected people, but I won't get into her name or her job, but she works in the biomedical industry, and she was like, this could for sure happen again. Like, this isn't the last time a pandemic could happen in the next, 100 years, for example.
Yeah.
Not to say that it will or it's going to happen anytime soon, but just in terms of how connected the world is. So it'll be... I really hope something like that doesn't happen again while I'm alive. But yeah, it's a freaky thing to think about. And the violence aspect of, the Rwandan situation is... I mean, it could... I don't know. I'm not nearly educated or qualified enough to talk about this, but...
it's just scary to think.
It's scary to think, what could happen if, the wrong person gets into, position of power, or a lot of people get into the wrong positions of power. What could happen? It's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's, where it's, that's the actual definition of, I don't know if, courage is the right word, but it's, being able to kind of, I don't know if, stick to your... Not stick to your guns, but kind of, I don't even know, because it's, it's tough to tell. I don't know, maybe, lean back on what
being,
you're...
stoic in the face of,
crazy stuff. Yeah. Stoicism, I think, is important. I don't know. I feel like I lean on deference, where it's okay, let's see what the other person is doing before I... But I don't know if that's necessarily, the way to go. I don't know, it's, kind of... Yeah, it kind of forces you into, these weird, law of the jungle type mindset, where it's okay, how do I survive this situation?
Okay, here's a question for you. This is... let's say something like that were to break out. Let's use zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Would you have
that seems further away, so it's okay.
Do you have a plan? What would you do? Let's say it's outbreak day. It's ground zero, downtown Calgary.
Oof.
Where are you going?
Nice.
What are you doing?
Well, one, I know this is fictional, because if it was a real zombie outbreak, it would happen in a place like New York or LA or London.
Yeah. Let's say that's the chance.
Yeah. No, I was just kind of joking about how all movies start in some international city.
Exactly. In The Last of Us, it breaks out in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Anyways.
What would I do?
Jakarta.
I would... I don't know.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I know.
What would you do?
Okay, so let's go back.
By the way, my first thing when you say this is rule number 1 of having a bug out plan. There's a bug is don't tell people that you have a bug out plan.
Well,
okay, we're breaking that rule today.
I'll break that rule. You keep that one close to the chest.
Yeah.
I think, for this fictional scenario, I'm Rick Prime, so I'm able to walk.
Okay.
Because...
do it when... Okay, do what you would do if you could walk, and then what would you do if you are in your current circumstance.
Exercise.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rick Prime, I think the key for us here in Calgary is we got to get north. North pretty much gets.
Freezes everyone.
Yeah, and way less people.
Yep.
Because what is it? 90% of the Canadian population is within 50.
I think it's 50 miles of the U.S. border. Yeah.
So I think we have a family member of mine has a place in northern Saskatchewan, and it's isolated as shit. We had it. I think it's called a portage. Maybe 13, 15 years ago, we had to go up there, carry up boats across, like, I don't know, 50 yards.
Yeah.
From like
Very
lake jumping.
Yeah.
I would want to get there. So let's say it's day one, it's breaking out, it's hit Calgary already, it's in downtown Calgary. I would instantly start getting a ton of supplies together. Like anything at the house that we need put in the truck. I also think you need a good amount of people with you.
Mm-hmm.
At least 2 cars worth.
Yeah.
So let's say 10 people. Because law of the jungle, right? Like numbers matter.
Yeah.
And you'd also have to figure out who you'd want to bring with you. Because you need, in this situation, let's say I'm also a prepper because I've thought of all this. You need weapons, you need supplies, and you need a full tank of gas in each car. So luckily here we are in my neck of the woods. West Hills isn't that far. So is Canadian Tire. So instantly take 2 trucks, go to either, as a convoy, you'd have to go to Canadian Tire probably.
Would you pay for the stuff,
No,
or would
I
you
would
rate
not.
it? Okay, you loot it.
It would be
full on looting.
I feel like the looting would begin almost instantly.
Yeah.
And you'd have to go in ready and prepared to do what you need to do. To just get what you need and go.
Yeah.
And then I would feel like, I don't know if like the highways would be completely congested, and then you have to worry about the military at that point, which here might not be as big of an issue as the States, just based on numbers alone. Like, they don't have, well, they probably do. I don't know. Have the means to like clog up a highway, and then like quarantine it or evacuate people. I don't know what that would look like here. Maybe wait it out at home. Wait it out, get your bearings, and then start making your way north.
Yeah.
I think is the initial plan.
Yeah.
That's what I would do at least.
Yeah.
And then scenario number 2, I would let the military government dictate my fate. I get as much medication as I need, but I'm just in a situation where it would be a logistical nightmare, and just practically to like get me north, or to like hide out somewhere.
That'd be
if
like
there's like a safe zone, like a quarantine zone, like in The Last of Us. I think that'd be my best bet.
Yeah, that'd be kind of like an interesting. Talking about movie premises is like or just like even like an interesting thought experiment would be like, okay, let's say like, what would you actually need like in order to survive a zombie apocalypse in a wheelchair?
Like an extended period of time.
Yeah,
I think you would need, at minimum, basic like some sort of societal infrastructure.
Yeah.
Like some sort of safe zone.
Yeah.
I think is at bare minimum what I would need to make it by. Which is scary, but thank God there's no zombie apocalypse happening right now. Watch, in a week we're gonna get hit. I'm gonna be like, fuck.
I feel like there's a interesting movie idea in there somewhere.
Yeah. An AI zombie movie would be something crazy too.
AI zombie movie?
Well, yeah, and like you're using AI to fight the zombies or something like that. I don't know.
I feel like we could do like a. I've been thinking about that, like shooting like a whole, like kind of like a Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
With like AI?
No, maybe, but I was thinking more of like just by like you know, like how we were talking about like posting stuff.
Yeah.
I think that'd be kind of an interesting one where it's like, I don't like obviously I don't really know where to start with this, but it'd be like so super low budget, and by low budget means like you just shoot it on like a like iPhone pretty much, but like some sort of horror movie just like at your house. Like so
That's
either
how they-
here or like I'm thinking about like my parents'
Yeah.
house or like
That's how they
just like
filmed,
people who you know kind of thing.
28 years later was with an iPhone.
Well, asterisks. Did you see the rig?
Yes, I did see the rig.
Yeah.
More than one iPhone, I should say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think because what I was thinking, like a horror, when you said like, my mind instantly jumped to like horror AI. Not that like that hasn't been done before, but like, well, in this way maybe. Well, no, it has.
Yeah.
But like, let's say you're just interacting with ChatGPT, and then it starts to like turn on you slowly. It starts to like lead you down or like make you do things that aren't necessarily in your best interest. Like,
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah, sign up for this cool newsletter, but then actually you're signing up for like, I don't know, it gives it access to something that it didn't have access
Somalian
before.
Prince
Yeah.
just starts trading your bank.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
But yeah.
You know what? I think I might have to wrap it up now because I gotta bike home
Yeah.
and then I gotta make it out to the golf course in time. So, what are we at?
Okay, buddy.
We're at about an hour here, so that's
Perfect.
pretty good.
We made good time today.
Oh yeah. Okay, well, listeners, there was a couple questions in there, so if you didn't just skip to the end, go in, listen, send us a DM with your answers to the questions, or text either Eric and I, and we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week, boys and girls.
Ciao, ciao. Bye.